Well, folks, I'm back for another episode of CJ Reviews here on Nightmares and Nerdscapes, and today we're going to be talking about the bastard child of Terminator 2 and upgrade and Child's Play, M3GAN 2.0. So, settle in, grab a drink, let's do it. Cheers. So where do I start with this one? So, M3GAN V1, because I'm clever, was essentially a big FU to Child's Play. It was, what do we do if we take the Gen Z tropes, the new ones, the witty banter and TikTok dance moves and snarky attitudes, and cram them into an AI doll and make a slasher movie. And they did it, and they did a good job with it. M3GAN 1 was a big surprise for me. The year that it came out, I went into it not thinking I was going to like it at all. I've always been a big Child's Play fan. I enjoyed the Child's Play remake, reboot, requel thing that they did way back when, and honestly, I think Child's Play is one of the strongest horror franchises ever from a quality and continuity standpoint. So after seeing M3GAN 1, I became really interested as soon as they announced M3GAN 2.0. I was looking forward to a scarier version of M3GAN. I expected there to be the same kind of humor through it. And I thought it worked in the first movie, so I was looking forward to it in the second movie. But really, things took a shift for me when I saw a trailer for this. So, you know, we'll get to my overall thoughts. But this was not as strong a film for me as M3GAN 1 was. Now, for those unfamiliar with the story of M3GAN, I kind of gave you a bit of an overview of the first film. Spoilers. Basically, you've got a aunt, I believe it's her aunt, who is raising her niece because she was her godmother. Something happened to the parents. I don't entirely remember what it was. But the aunt develops toys, basically high-tech toys. So she comes up with the idea for M3GAN, which is an AI-controlled robot doll, right? And in her programming, she gives her one mission, and that is to protect and take care of and be there for her niece.
I will do whatever it takes to protect Katie.
And M3GAN does that to the point that she does it too well, really, to where everything becomes, you know, a danger or a risk to the little girl. In a similar manner that the Child's Play reboot took it. And they did it well. The animation was solid. I thought that the humor was good. The vast majority of the jokes landed for me. And from a slasher standpoint, even though I thought some of the kills were a little tame, but that's true with me with most horror films nowadays, I enjoyed it. It wrapped up with, you know, the two main characters standing tall over what was this robot, and we moved on with our lives. And then they announced M3GAN 2.0. And my first thought was, all right, cool. If they take what they did well in the first one and just amp it up just a nudge, just a little bit, then they've got a damn solid horror franchise on their hands. What I did not expect, but became very clear to me when I saw my first trailer for M3GAN 2.0, sitting down to see, I believe it was either Final Destination Bloodlines or it was around that time frame is when I caught my first trailer for this. When I saw her in the cute little robot body, when she made the, you know, hold on to your vaginas joke, and they started rebuilding her to face off against another more evil AI, I quickly started to assume that the M3GAN train was going to leave me behind, or that I would jump off willingly. And I am ready to say that I've jumped off the M3GAN train. And here's why. M3GAN 2.0 is a well-made film. It is. It's a well-made film. It's a well-acted film. The CGI was a little cringy for me at times. I wish they had done more practical in this. But they went down the same route with M3GAN that they went down with Terminator 2, or with the Terminator franchise rather, and with the Alien franchise. Whereas the first films in both of those series are outrageously effective slasher films. They just are. And I know there's a lot of people out there that argue the whole Terminator is not a slasher thing. If you give Arnold a machete in that film instead of a shotgun, it's Mike Myers with robotic quips. I mean, it is a slasher film. And Alien is the same way. It's just that the alien is not as in your face as we've come to know a lot of slashers to be. With the second films in both of those franchises, they went in a different direction. And they made them action films with some horror elements, right? With Terminator 2, it was the fact that the T-1000 was liquid metal and could morph into other people, right? That was the horror there. The way he killed the foster parents was horrific. With Aliens, it was the alien itself and the fact that there were just so damn many of them that made that a horror film. And then you've got the face hugger in the lab and all that good stuff. There's far more horror elements in Aliens as there are in Terminator 2 Judgment Day. But they follow the same kind of path. M3GAN 2.0 does the exact same thing. It essentially took what was potentially a very solid horror villain, and they could have kept doing that forever. You make the little girl a teenager who's just starting to go out on dates and shit. M3GAN comes back after some boy ghosts her, and all hell breaks loose, right? Third movie, she's going to get married. All of a sudden, the husbands or the in-laws are in town, and they're not super happy about the marriage. So M3GAN comes in to try to take out the in-laws. There are ways you could do this. They decided not to do that. They decided to bring in a barely speaking Terminator 3 style villain, throw her in against M3GAN and see what happened. It even reaches a point where you've got slightly advanced human characters, which is where I bring in the upgrade analogy. So yeah, I was not a big fan of this film. I think it's going to hit very, very well with the right demographic. I think teenage girls will absolutely eat this up because it is extremely... I don't mean this in a derogatory manner, but it is a very cute movie. The colors are bright. It is very girly, very girl power. And again, the cast carries it very, very well. I mean, again, it is well shot. It is well acted, well directed. The storyline is good, if not a bit cliched. The humor is still there. It's still a funny movie. It's just not the horror movie that I was looking for. And for anybody that watches my channel or that has known me for any amount of time, horror is my cup of tea. It's where I live, right? So this may very well go down as being the most disappointing film of the year for me. That being said, that does not mean that it's a bad film. I still recommend you see it if you were a fan of the first one. If you enjoy sci-fi action films with some humor in them, this is a good one. I would rank this right there around, well, I wouldn't rank it with them, but it's a very similar mindset to, say, I would put this in the... If M3GAN 1 was RoboCop, this is RoboCop 2, right? Your main character is a little stronger, a little more badass. The villain that they're going after is a little bit stronger, a little bit more badass, but the general humor is still the same. They just went bright and flashy with this instead of dark and gory, which is kind of where I wanted them to go. That being said, my tastes are not everyone else's, right? So by all means, I mean, watch it, make up your own mind. I did not dislike my time in the theater watching this film. I saw it while I was on vacation with my wife last week. She seemed to enjoy it as well. So again, I mean, it's worth the $10 or whatever to go get a ticket and go see it, depending on where you live. But go in understanding that it is a very different movie than M3GAN 1.0. But yeah, that's really all I've got there. Quick, painless, short little review. Appreciate you guys hanging out and listening. Again, remember to like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, comment. Let's talk about it a little bit. Let me know where I'm off on this one. Let me know where I may have missed something. Maybe it's scarier than I thought. But yeah, appreciate you guys checking in, and we'll catch you for the next one, which there is some awesome stuff coming out this month. So look forward to some potential collaborations with some of my Dat Feeling Podcast Network DFPN brothers and sisters, because we've got some cool ones coming. But yeah, appreciate it. We'll catch you on the next one. Until then, get off your ass and go see a movie. Grab somebody, anybody, except for a stranger, unless you ask them first. Go sit in a dark room with a bunch of strangers and just check out a movie. It always makes you feel better afterwards. Unless it's Schindler's List. Or Brothers. Or Hereditary. Just go see a movie. You'll feel good about it. Peace.